Hello, Nick. So where were we? So I just completed the 10 a.m. turn. Um, Coalition. We've got these guys coming in over here, making their way via march order. Piedmontese, only one of those units was able to roll for command. They're too far from a supply source, so they're out of command. So that's going to really inhibit their movement going forward. And then Argento's little force here continues their road march. They might be able to get into things next turn. I can't remember where I had them going. Oh yeah, the bridge. Yeah, the Dego bridge. So they're gonna run into something. Maybe Argento will try to get in command to stop that at some point. Vukosovic failed initiative again. I tell you, my rolling for initiative in this game has really been ugly in the games I've been playing. None of these guys up there got initiative. Um, so this is the last turn of the card that keeps these one units from moving. So everything will be no holds barred next turn. This guy out there will get released. I just feel like I must have done something wrong because it feels like this is going to be incredibly difficult for the coalition. Yeah, I mean, we chose the second AG as the for the number 30 card. It says those units can't move. It doesn't say anything about the officer. Yeah, and never got the chance to take advantage of their weakened strength. And Massena only had that one turn, so I don't know. I don't think it looks good for the coalition, but we'll see what we can do as we head into the 10 o'clock turn. Or no, yeah. Oh, that was the 9 o'clock turn. My bad. We're headed into the 10 o'clock turn, so movement restrictions are off. End of the coalition 10 a.m. movement. Good movement over here. All three of these units got initiative. I was tempted to attack here, but this guy to get there would have had to attempt a repulse, and that would have been suicide. So we just got them lined up. So hopefully they can cause the French some concern. Piedmontese unit. I got worrying about just in case this guy gets frisky trying to go for our supply source. So got him out there. That's a big unit there, but hopefully we can hold it. I doubt he'll come way around to avoid the roadblocks, but these guys continue their march. This guy got initiative. The other guy failed. Vukosovic, he was able to move. Instead of trying to attack multiple people at once in a suicide attempt, he thought he'd push back the flank here, this cav. So it's the retreat before combat step, and I think they will, because that's a 3-to-1 attack. So they're just going to bug out. So 1 to 2 hexes. I think they'll just come back to there. They were in road march, but I think whenever you when you're in the zone of control, I think that goes away. So that's removed, and then he'll back up 1. The interesting point of the turn was Argento tried to get command to take his column out of their march order, but failed, as seems to be the case with Argento for me. So Murovsky here, who was leading the march, came flying up here in road march into this roadblock. Now, normally they would have to attempt to repulse, but I got reading about roadblocks, and I found something that I'd been doing wrong. Roadblocks can only be destroyed or attacked in shot combat. So luckily that other over here that went to shot combat. So luckily I ended up doing that right without realizing it. This one though, I don't think the repulse. I mean, he would fail because that bridge would double. I would think would double the roadblock since it's infantry-ish. would make it 4-2, and he'd get the repulse failed. But I think he could just move up. He'd have to come out. I don't think there's really an attack until the combat phase for shock. So now we'll do shock combat. So let's see if we remember. So, not a good unit for this. So he's a 2 initiative unit. Where's my little roadblock cheat sheets? So for initiative, the roadblocks are a 3. So let's roll to see what their initiative bonuses are going to be. So, well, the French are going to get a 1 bonus. The coalition gets a none. So that's going to end up, the attacker is going to be a 2. And the defender is going to be a 4, so just attacker retreat. So worked out, no harm, no foul. I guess maybe he'll fall back to there. So things just not going the coalition's way. On to the French. Quick addendum to that last turn. I was starting the French turn, and this unit here reached its march order destination and came out of it and goes into demoralization when you come out of march order. That would have happened to Mirovsky here. So he would have actually been a 1 initiative. 1 to 4 on the shock table is an AR2. So he'll go 2 back. No biggie, but just getting the things right. Into the French movement for their 10 o'clock turn. French have no problem keeping everybody in command and moving, except for that guy over there. He failed. This guy who had a march order to Dego. He's not in combat, so that can come off. We do have a combat here, and this has taught me that cavalry are easy to push around, push back, but they can get in your baffles quick. So if Vukasovic is forced to retreat here, he's going to go to the eliminated box. So the French have a 2-1 against him, and they have Bonaparte, which is going to bump that to a 3-1. And I don't think, there's the old woods doesn't give any defensive benefit, and there is this little stream here, but this unit isn't attacking across it, so no mods, just a straight 3-1. Let's roll and see. A 4 on the 3-1, just a DR, but that's gonna do it. So Vukasovic, who had such promise starting out, so he was eliminated, but he did have a possible retreat path, so he'll come down here into the awaiting recovery. That's 6 more. So that puts the second corps up to 10. They're way down here though in the Dego scenario, so they're never gonna become demoralized. So we do have advance after combat if we wish, but I don't think so. We've got a nice strong defense built up here. Move this guy over here to try to dissuade their attack. They're not strong enough to really do a whole lot. Maybe they can, pick on Cossé, try to push him back, and slowly do the net. The French will have to worry about supply, possibly. I mean, these guys could cut that off, but they're getting a little far from their supply base also. So we'll have to see what the coalition does in the 11 a.m. turn. All right, I think I'm going to change things a little bit here. I got looking more at roadblocks, and I missed this part here because I thought it was just dealing with reconnaissance, which is when you've got, you're using hidden units and you bring like some cav up to scout them, and there's a little table that gets rolled on. But I missed this part here where it says a repulse is resolved as a regular combat with no column shift. So when Moravsky would have came up here and attempted a repulse, it would have, from what I gather, would have just been resolved as normal combat. And weirdly, with no column shifts, so I guess that the roadblock wouldn't get the bridge. So it would have been a straight 4-1. I rolled and got a 3, so that would have definitely been a retreat. So I'm going to say the roadblock definitely would have been eliminated. Mirovsky would have advanced into there. These guys would not have. Well, maybe they would have. Yeah, you know what? They'd have an 8-2. So yeah, let's just, and all these also these other guys would have continued their march up a little further. Let's move them up. I think only one of these guys would have. Yeah, so we'll say that it was like that. Miriowski would have came out of march order, went there, and then everybody would have lined up behind him. I would hazard a guess that the French would have taken a 2-1 attack there. So let's go ahead and do that. A 4 on a 2-1. So that's a DR. And so we'll say that Mirovsky goes back here. So there we go. I don't want to cheat the coalition. I feel like I'm having enough trouble running them. I still feel like I am pretty crappy trying to figure out how to attack positions. So, anyways, I'll get back into doing the coalition. What are we at? 11 a.m. turn. Argento got command, so he's bringing the rest of his command out of their march orders, and so they'll line up. I don't know how much attacking I'll be able to do this turn with them, but I'm trying not to be too aggressive and get myself in a pickle like Vukosovic did. So we'll see what happens. Also, my road management sucks. I had my Piedmontese here. These guys are under a march order and got stuck behind the Piedmontese. Thank heavens he got initiative so he could get the heck out of the way. Just horrible. The reason, so this guy's Cav, he's got 6 movement. You'd think, man, he should be way farther ahead. But when you're road marched or under a march order, you go at the rate of the slowest unit. So unfortunately, that's the artillery. I don't know, maybe I could have wrote them each a separate march order, but that seems weird. Argento moved his forces in. Going to have a few attacks there, trying to have some flank protection down there. Hopefully keeps that Cav from doing magic that it's been doing, but I don't know. I seem to have my moments of understanding when I'm attacking the opposite way. I just having trouble. Tried to have Salish and Rukovina coordinate, but that's hard when they both had to roll initiative. Salish got initiative, and then Rukovina failed. Wanted to have Rukovina come around here so we could get at least a 1 to 1.5 attack, but now that's going to be a 1 to 2 attack. So let's go ahead and roll that. So 1.5 or 1 to 1.5, or no, 1 to 2. Oh, that's not good. AR3, he is just blasted back into oblivion. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. That's, yeah. Bridges are bad. I think spans aren't. I don't think. Well, let me check that quick. I thought there was some badness if you had to retreat. I think I came to this conclusion in the last game that it only said bridges, not spans. Though I guess I don't know why it would not apply. All right. I'm just going right past it. There's retreats. Retreats across bridges, not a trestle. Units that retreat across a bridge or pontoon over an unfrozen river, not a trestle or pontoon bridge. Okay, so I don't know. For some reason, if you're going across a trestle, you don't have to. So he'll go 1, 2, 3, back toward his supply source. Got some hair on there or something. Kase could advance. I mean, he's got his turn. He could do it if he wanted to next turn, anyways. All right, let's do this one. We've got a 9 to 5, so that's going to be 1.5 to 1. Actually, no. Let's do this one first. See what happens here. That's going to be. He's doubled because he's in an improved position, so it's going to be 4 to 6. So another 1 to 1.5. And we get a 2 this time. DR star. Oh, does let's see. Does shock make us go to if they're in an improved position? Where's my little shock? What tells me? Let me pause it here. No, improved positions do not convert to shock. So Pigeon is going to be forced out of there. Oh, you probably just go back into the next improved position. I think Marovsky will advance. He's he's in command, so that's good. All right, so now we've got and let me double check that. So that was 1.5 to, or 1 to 1.5. Yeah, DR star. All right, so now we've got the 1.5 to 1. Let's see what can happen here. And we've got a 2. That's pretty good. That's a straight DR. So Rampon will retreat. And do we advance anybody? We could advance Lipthay. I just don't want, well, yeah, I think that would probably be safe. Yeah, because if they bring people up, at least we've got retreat paths. They can't get into there with Kirpin there. And everybody's still within reach of Argento. Though I think Argento, depending on what happens with if Vukasovic recovers into the ready to reorg, we've got him set up to do a reorganization. All right, over to the French. French are counterattacking. They've got better command, better troops, better quality, and they're going to do it. This guy actually got command. Well, actually, I mean, he's a 4. All right, so Rukavina's in a bit of a trouble here. 6 to 1. The French are attacking. And, oh boy, a 6. That's an exchange. So Rukavina is he's gone. That's another. His good side is a 3. 1, 2, 3, and then the French have to lose half that. That's 1.5. I guess either one. So that kind of sucks. Who? I guess it's gonna be either. Let's have the Harps guy, and he'll advance up. So that was the best case scenario for the coalition there. Over here, so Pigeon's in an improved position, so he doesn't have to attack. If he does attack, he would have to attack Metrovsky. I can't have him join in with a Rampon and Victor here against Lipthay B. So they're going to be coming with 8. No mods for the hex, so that's going to be 1.5 to 1. 5. 1.5 to 1. That's shock. So looks like it'll be Rampon's 4 against Lipthay B's 3. This is always exciting. Let's get you over here for that. So the French go up 2 to 6, and the coalition is a 3. So that's DR2. So he'll go 1, 2, and we can advance. Sure, why not? And then here we've got, you know, trying to hold that flank, but Leclerc got around me, but at least he's not going to make it, so I don't have a retreat path. So we've got 11 to 4. They're both coming across the stream, so he's going to be bolstered by 1.5. So it's 11 to 6. So it's not 2 to 1. It's 1.5 to 1. But Bonaparte is there. He'll bump it to 2 to 1. And the roll. That's a 2. Never good for them. DR2. So Kirpin, man, oops. He'll go back to, he would have came out of road march when they came into his zone of control. So that is that. They can advance. Do we want to? I think so. Why not? So Bonaparte with them. Leclerc. The Cav can advance without a leader just because they're Cav. All Cav can. But I think I like just holding that flank. So we'll keep it like that. Things are going good for the French. I just don't know. It's not... I don't know how the this is tough on the coalition, and especially when you've got me running them. All right, I think this might be it. I'll probably snip this one together since we're going into a weather turn, and we'll start up then. Oh, there was I should mention French reinforcement coming in down here. He's got got him a march order. He's going to come up to Dego, and then they'll partition him out from there. So, all right, let's, well, we kind of seem to do this at the end, so it's raining. Let's, we are in we're going to be the noon turn, no mod for noon. So let's roll and see what kind of weather we got. A 5 is going to be continued rain. Goodness. All right. Hey, we'll see you next time. Laters.